Are you tired of grinding to try to make that infinite level, that mythical rank 100, but instead you've just got that bronze rank pride title? Yeah, we know you're rocking it. Well, I've got a deck for you, and it starts with death. Well, not your death or their death, this card. Now you may be asking yourself, how do I play a 9 energy card? Well, that's where the text on the card comes into play. Death costs 1 less for each card destroyed in this game. And lucky for us, we have cards that destroy cards. We also have cards that want to be destroyed. So I'm bringing you a deck today that's simply known as Death Wave! So let's break it down. First up, we have our 4 core cards. If you watched the last video, you already saw these cards in action, but essentially they work really well together with destroying each other and getting new cards. Yeah, that Bucky's not a Bucky, he's really a Winter Soldier. From there, we always put in our Killmonger. He's really good at killing 1-drops, especially when they have a giant sunspot on their board. From our side, we're going to be destroying Hood and Yondu. Yeah, Hood's only there for the demon, but you do have to be aware, Killmonger will kill your demon, so make sure you put him in the right order. Now Yondu's a little special. If you guys haven't played with Yondu, when he comes into play, he's going to remove a card from the top of their deck. Well, that remove, it's really a destroy. So yet another trigger for us. Now the next card I think is a little bit of a flex spot. A lot of people are playing Mysterio. I like Mysterio. He does add 3 bodies on the board, especially 2 of those bodies that you can blow up, but I've been using Deadpool in the place. I'm a huge fan of Deadpool, and with this deck, you can get him to a 4 to an 8 pretty easily. Now getting to the namesakes of the deck. Death Wave! Now we've already talked about Death. She's going to be really cheap, especially on turn 5 or 6, where most of the time she's going to be free. Wave can help make this possible because when you drop her down, she's going to change everybody's cost down to 4. Now Death's reduction goes on top of that, so as long as you've destroyed 3 other cards, she's going to be free. And lastly comes the Spice. Yep, we're playing Arrow and Magneto. These cards I have loved with this deck because you really get to control the opponent's last turn. When Arrow comes down, any cards they played that turn are going to move to her location. I've won many games this way because you lock out pretty much their last play and you make them play where you want them to. Magneto does something similar, but what's nice about him is he can also grab the cards that were played earlier. So looking at those 3 and 4 drops, you can move them around on the board and really cause you to win some locations that you may not have won. And that's the deck. It's pretty easy to use, but it will take some time to get used to Arrow, Magneto, and making sure that those death counters add up to what you need them to for death. So let's get in the games. Going into turn 1, well, we get Crimson Cosmos. Not the best for our deck. We may be able to use it later on in the match. We're just going to go ahead and play our Hood out. Go ahead and get our demon in our hand and see what happens. Turn 2, we see Carmitage. This would have been nice to play Hood on as it was revealed to get 2 demons, but it's okay. The only other card in the deck that really works here is Yondu, so keep that in mind for the double card destroys. So we go ahead and play our Nova, and we go ahead and play our demon. Now we debated the demon just a little bit because that means we're not going to be playing our Killmonger. Now seeing their Bucky, we know that they're going to have a Killmonger, so it's something we need to really be aware of. Turn 3 is Monster Metropolis, and that's just going to help us out giving that demon that extra power. So easy play here with Carnage just to go ahead and start getting his power up. Now this turn we have a couple choices, but Bucky's not going to be that good because the only card that can destroy him is Deathstroke, which means he's also going to kill the other card, so we're going to go ahead and wait on him and use our Wave. Now Wave seems pretty good because we have Arrow to play next turn, or maybe we draw something a little bit better. Now Wanda changes the location, so we get a free draw out of our deck, which is our Yondu, and it went into the Gamma Lab, not really doing anything. So at this point, we did draw a death, and I think that's going to be the play. Just to go ahead and get the power right there in the middle, knowing that next turn we're going to be able to arrow and control where they place their cards. Now they play Sarah, and this is exactly what we want to see. Sarah went to the left lane, and that means they're trying to do a multi-card combo, and we're going to be able to grab all those cards and put them exactly where we want, and we want them all to go to the left side. This guarantees our win on the other two locations because most likely they're not going to be able to play 4 cards, and if they do, they can't be that strong. And there it is, guys, taking them down, moving all the cards over to the left lane. You can see within there they had a Shang-Chi that was going to kill our Death, and over on the right side they actually had a Nova plus Carnage to make sure they killed the Bucky, boost everything up. Yeah, it would have been pretty nasty. This is why Arrow really shines in this deck, and again, Magneto can also move cards around, so just be aware, this is why this deck is so powerful. You want another? Yeah, let's jump into it. Turn 1 reveals a Savage Land, so you know we're getting 2 more Raptors. And honestly, that's not too bad with this deck because Killmonger can take care of those later. We went with Yondu. Go ahead and get that first destroy out there. Bad dog. Turn 2, we get Stark Tower. So this is one we're going to keep in mind for the +2 as we go into turn 5. Now we're going to go ahead and play Hood here because we want to leave the space open on Savage Lands in case we need to use Deathlock over there. Turn 3 is the Daily Bugle, and we're going to be getting a Mr. Fantastic. So we know that's in their hand, something to keep in mind. So it's not quite time yet to use Deathlock, so we're just going to throw down our Nova and our Demon onto the field. Again, just like last game, Demon is going to set us up, so we're not going to be using our Killmonger at this point. So turn 4, we're going to go ahead and use this Deathlock and take care of the Hood and the Nova, letting the Nova pump everything on the board up, which is going to help us out. So going into turn 5, we know either 5 or 6 we're going to be using these movements from Arrow and Magneto, but it makes more sense at this point just to go ahead and use Wave and Deadpool and get that extra +2 from Stark Tower on our Deadpool.
Systems go.
All right, so going into turn 6, we did not get our Death, and Arrow's not really going to help too much because they can only play 1 card anyway. So we're going to go with Magneto, and we're going to pull as many cards to this right side as possible to try to go ahead and lock in that middle lane win. There we go, moved enough out of the left and the middle lanes to go ahead and take those down. And again, just like we saw in game 1 with Arrow, this is why Magneto makes such a big difference. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed that, and let me know down below in a comment if you did, what you want to see next. Maybe a different deck, maybe a whole different type of video. Just let me know. I'm new to this Snap game, so we're trying to put out some content, and I'm enjoying it a ton. Now, if you'd like to see this stuff live, we stream Snap on Mondays and Wednesdays over on the Twitch. Link will be down in the description, so definitely check that out and hang out with us. Let me know what to play, all that good stuff while we're on stream. And if you are just kind of finding the channel, make sure to hit that sub button. It really helps out the channel with making sure that everybody gets to see the videos. And if you want to support the channel, you can down below by either picking up a membership here to the Dan Cave or, you know, doing those super chats or whatever they are. And I appreciate you guys so much. And again, thank you for watching the full video. And yeah, until next time, y'all take it easy.